meters at least, which is pretty tall. And then with the glowing eyes, like with nocturnal animals, like Night Hunter, most animals would acquire this, so that's what werewolves divulge from humans. Their eyes reflect light, and they can see well in the dark. Smell sharper than wolf or dogs, I would imagine, because think about it, they're a werewolf. Very likely, at some point, they were or ancestors from them, or a wolf or a dog. And then strength, based on the speed mentioned, well, probably 300 kilograms to 1 ton in terms of lifting strength. Now, this is just based on what I imagine from the description. It could be a lot stronger, way more stronger than I could possibly imagine to give people. Well, based on body size, if they can be up to at least 10 foot, they could probably even lift more, at least 5 ton if they were in great form, I imagine. After that, your guess is as good as mine. Well, this is all basic description for now. Possible origins from a basic understanding. But that, I just give me a good idea where werewolves possibly came from. Now, there's lots of stories. Well, this is what I can guess. The crust and the Earth's crust maybe have more porous cavities than the public is allowed to know. Maybe due to adaptation and evolution back in the old times. Maybe April and werewolf. But I mean, you know, back in the old days, the Neolithic, or even further back, when evolution for men as well as other mammals began, there's possibility there was other creatures evolving apart from men, like the dire wolf, for instance, who was a lot bigger than the nowadays wolves, and they could be what the werewolves now came from. But here's another thought. During the Ice Age or during the Stone Age, if there was earthquakes, tectonic movement, and in some cases creatures had to go underground due to lack of food or in case of emergencies because their lives were in danger, the only option was to go underground. They adapted in the dark, hunted whatever they could find, body structure change, other things. Now, there are possibilities that wolves and humans could crossbred to form this now known creatures as well. But for the moment, that's the speculation and theory. I don't want to get people's hopes up. It'll only create more confusion. And now the other origin, viral or curse. Mentioned that werewolves can transmit their species via bites, open wounds, or by spells or hexes. By this, in old tales, if a werewolf bit you, you would have their DNA embedded in your DNA from theirs, and this would cause over time or instantly change your body into a werewolf. But it's possible you could still remain human, but during nights on the full moon it would turn into a werewolf. As for curses, well, witches could curse you and turn you into a werewolf or any other creature, and it could be a biological weapon that causes people to turn into a werewolf. Mad scientist ideas, or it could even come from outer space, and some DNA in it had this werewolf genome that would cause upon contact, they turn the living organism into a werewolf, hybrid of such. Now, there are a lot of thoughts as to how this goes. Like, where did this knowledge come from? When did it first originate? Who first discovered? There are a lot of issues, but I will talk about that as I go to. So for now, I'm gonna click this and go to OBS because that's why I'm using this recording. I'm gonna have to open up there now. And now, as you can see, you have your werewolf Wikipedia. Now there's a lot of other things the internet has. As you can see, it has Gale down. Well, I am from Ireland, but I won't give my initial whereabouts for now, because I am currently in Ireland. That doesn't mean I'm Irish. Maybe. Now, some entries, as I mentioned before, they also put down skinwalker. That is another topic for another time, because that's possibly not related. Then you have your light control. For now, I will just go into Wikipedia, which I've already clicked to. Just make sure OBS can view this. It can. Now, Wikipedia werewolf article. Now, Wikipedia is said to be unreliable because there's no verifiable source. This is all gathered knowledge from the community. If we can view the source, we can. But for now, I will just read out what is mentioned for the werewolf. Several terms redirected for other uses. See werewolf, disambiguation, wolfman, disambiguation, lycanthrope, disambiguation, and lycanthropy, disambiguation. For the episode of Grimm, see lycanthropy at Grimm. By episode, imagine it's a book from Grimm, of who I do not know. So, in folklore, a werewolf from Old English werewolf means man-wolf, or occasionally lycanthrope from ancient Greece. In the Greek language, lycanthropes, wolf-human, is an individual who can shape-shift into a werewolf, or especially in modern film, a therianthropic hybrid, a wolf-like creature, either purposely or after being placed under a curse or affliction, often a bite or the occasional scratch from another werewolf, with the transformations occurring on the night of a full moon. Early sources for belief in this ability of affliction, called lycanthropy, are Petronellus and Geocentelia from 1150 to 1228. So, as I mentioned in my brief description of how a werewolf can be, curse or affliction, so viral or some unknown means of curse or viral infection. And so far, the ones that originally mentioned are from ancient Greece, as well as Old English, which is kind of obvious. There are a lot more stories, but this is what Wikipedia is currently showing. Now, the werewolf is a spread concept in European folklore, existing in many variants, which are related by a common development, Christian interpretation. There you go. Christians are the first on the scene. They don't want the rest of the world to know their story.